What's up, everybody? Welcome back to another episode here on Gentry and Sons Trucking. So before we get into the video, I want to show you guys the new merch line. It just come out. If you haven't been on the website, gentryandsonstrucking.com. So guys, we got the new kids. We got kids hoodies now. Check this out. It's so cute. It's so little and cute. So the Rooster hoodie is on a little kid's hoodie now. Or yeah, Rooster. All right, got the little mechanic shirts for kids. Oh my goodness. Man, this is actually, I'm excited about this line here. We got ladies hats. We got all kinds of different hats now. Something a little different, a little bit more comfortable. If you like a lighter hat, we got the Richardson and we got the Flex Fit. This is the main one I'm super excited about. And this one's for a child, so this child's youth. So we got kids size, everything, hats, shirts. We got Rooster on a shirt now, and we got the new Bonnie hoodie. So this thing's pretty sweet. So we got Bonnie on the back, and then Bonnie on the sleeve, and then Gentry and Sons Trucking, of course, on the front. So now all we need is a Clyde. We need another truck, a Clyde truck, and we're getting ready to finish Westen's truck. So once that project's done, I'm sure we'll be announcing a new truck, which is possible. His name's Clyde. So we'll see about that. But guys, we're going to get to the video. This is going to be a long one, and it's going to be one you don't want to miss. It was a super fun video to film. So let's go. All right, guys. So we're back in the shop. I'm with Brandon today again. My man, he's the...
Sir.
So he come in Saturday. We knocked his frame out. And then we're back in here today. Hopefully, we're going to get this thing put together today. So we got to put the cab on, sleeper, doors. There's a lot to do.
Lot to do. Still got to paint some parts, so we had some miscellaneous stuff here, shocks and airbag stuff. And we were going to set the cab a minute ago and found out that there was two brackets that we didn't.
Was there two of them? Or just one?
Yeah, okay. So I'm going to scuff these up real quick and blow them off and clean them, hang them up, get them in the booth, and put some accelerator in there, so hopefully we can get those out quick and get them mounted up so we can get this thing put on the frame. The big show's coming up, so
God, it's getting so close.
Getting close.
Like,
getting close.
Brian and them's got a clock on the wall showing how many days.
I've seen that. Yeah.
I couldn't handle that like that.
Yeah, I'd just be, oh gosh, I'd be biting my nails more than I already do. I already bite the hand out of my nails. So.
But now that everything's right here together, though, I feel pretty good about it.
Yeah, it's getting there. You got the wiring through there. You got the wiring all done, and basically, you know, we're all the water sanding and buffing is complete. We just need to do some assembly and finish our last bit of painting up and.
Fired up, drive it down the road.
Fired up and drive it down the road, that's right.
We got a good team up here, that's for sure, to make this happen. Brandon's been kicking Honey and him and Zach both.
Yeah, so. Really appreciate it. I appreciate you coming up here and doing it. You know, we enjoy it, and it's a challenge, and we're always up for the challenge. This makes us better, and getting to meet new people and make new friends. So we're all going to enjoy this ride. So we're looking forward to a lot more.
Here it goes. We're going for a ride.
Let's get it.
New adventure, guys. New adventure. All right, so we're going to get ready. We're going to get painting. We're going to start getting things assembled. Like Brandon was just saying, we've got the wiring harness ran. I just got done with it. I'm starting to put all this stuff on to get everything tied up and nice and neat where it's supposed to be. I still got to clean all this stuff up. You guys can see. So we painted this motor. It's got a really nice paint job on it. It's just a little bit dirty right now from sitting and riding up here in the truck. So get the motor cleaned up, transmission cleaned up. I thought about pulling the motor out and painting it blue, but we just do not have time for that. To paint that motor, we would need a whole another day, and we don't have a day to wait. So maybe later on we paint the motor blue, but I want to see how it looks black and see how it works out first. The frame turned out phenomenal. The paint turned out phenomenal on the cab, sleeper, all that stuff. All right, let's see how they turned out. Oh yeah, look at that. Shocks are painted, brackets are painted. Cab shocks are painted. Woo, them turned out good. All right, let them bake. Put them on. All right, Braxy, let's see what you got going on, big time. Let's see it. Oh, daggone, look at that. That actually looks pretty good. So guys, everything just come out of the booth, all good and dry. And Brax is already installing. I've been putting the doors on. Did you get the other side on? All right, don't forget, you gotta pull that back out and put the metal piece on the inside. Man, I wish we had the heads painted on them. You gotta have a nut on the inside.
A nut?
Yep.
Yes.
Oh, you got a nut?
Yeah.
No, yeah, but I guess we could paint the bolts, like the heads of the bolts and stuff once they're on there. All right, is that the nut for that? Feel it, make sure. All right, both shocks is on. We just gotta get those tightened up. All right, guys, we're setting the cab. It's a big moment right here. This is a humongous moment.
Finally.
Finally. That word belongs in that sentence.
100%.
It does.
Yeah.
Holly's gonna be the first one in this one.
What do you think, Holly?
All right.
Make sure it sets all the way down on that booth.
Yeah, it ain't down yet. It needs to. There we go. It ain't got threads up there, is it, or not? Almost so much on spinning.
Now for the fun part.
Let it down.
Put it down?
Yeah.
Here we go.
Alright. Put it back up. Ready?
Is it biting?
Yeah.
We're in.
Yeah, baby. We're in. All right, I gotta put that back bracket on it, yeah. Man, that crane makes it so nice.
It's like a truck again.
I know, it's getting to look like a truck now. What do you think about it, Holly? What do you think about it, girl?
He's like, I don't know what to think.
I'm ready for this to be done.
That top's too big for you, losing too much weight. Hey, what, that inline's pretty hard to scratch, though.
It is. It's good, durable paint. Hard to buff, though.
Yeah.
That's what you want, though, right there. That's the good stuff.
Like that base coat, clear coat, you just touch it and you're like, man.
This here's it's very good and durable. It's meant to be on the road and in the elements. The sleeper brackets that go on the cab, we'll have to touch them up.
Yeah.
The pucks.
Okay.
We'll touch them up with blue.
So we are missing this one bracket. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna marry this thing. So this is optional, guys. They don't have to have this. I think this is like a day cab setup, and we're still gonna run this. So I've got a bracket being made for it. So when I get it home, we're still gonna put the air ride cab on it and the shock. But for right now, we are gonna delete it, and just for temporary. The Brax, let's pull this out. Pull these airbags back off and put the shock up. All right, we got some parts we got to finish painting. All right, to the main booth we go. All right, parts delivery. Man, these little cat forklifts are awesome. Flying harnesses, Yeah. I got to put all these wires right in my way.
I don't like putting back in your truck's interior.
Huh?
It's hard to put all that back in.
Oh, it's gonna be. I don't think it'd be hard. I mean, we got our work cut out for it for sure.
What about all this wiring?
And it's nice seeing all these pieces go on.
Oh, yeah.
Now we get them tightened up, and then put the other bracket on. Then the hood should be able to go on. Much better. That looks a lot better. I didn't get two big, gigantic long bolts in it. There's a lot of wires. I might actually get an aftermarket harness. I'll just get a whole new harness to it.
Yeah.
I got a guy that says he can have me one in like 2 days. Alright, I'll get the other airline on. I just hope when we fire it up, all the ABS stuff works. Everything works like it's supposed to.
Yeah.
We've got a lot of new stuff, a lot of new wiring, new airlines, new. At this point, it's been all reworked. It's visor time, Holly. It is visor time. Oh, this is gonna be sick. Oh yeah, this is gonna look good. This is my favorite visor too.
Is it a fit?
Yeah, we're 34 on that and like 34 1/4 on this. So I'd say by the time we bolt it on, it should.
Whenever you take these off, they always bow out a little bit. But when you bolt them down, they'll straighten back out. Stiffen up.
Tossed. Heck yeah. Well, as soon as we get some blue, baby, we're ready.
Well, I found the other one too.
Oh yeah. That is so cool. It ain't got no top on it. Guys, it's insane how fast they'll get this truck done. Alright, so guys, they took one out and then they just brought this one in. Literally brought it in with a telehandler and backed it up. Well, that thing took a hit, didn't it?
Yeah, I gotta pull the engine transmission out of it.
Y'all gonna fix the whole truck, or is it just gonna be like a parts truck?
No, we're gonna fix it.
Oh, really?
Oh yeah, that's why.
So you'll pull the engine, transmission, and fix the frame, and
Yeah, get two frame horns, all through and packed, and then flywheel house is busted, so I'll split the transmission and stuff.
oh, so that's a big job then.
Yeah, about a week.
Dang, you can do all that in a week? That's crazy.
I gotta have the cab off one in about an hour.
Dang. Will you pull the cab, or are you just gonna pull the engine?
We gotta pull the cab and pull the engine. Yeah. It's a whole lot easier for me, mechanical wise, to set the cab off. That's quicker.
That's impressive. You're gonna pull it today?
Yeah, we're gonna start on it.
Man, that's awesome. Dang, guys, that's incredible. A week. Pull the engine out, change the front frame horns, all that stuff. Pull the cab, everything. All that in a week. That is just
So they do that.
amazing. That's only been like 5 minutes. They already got the hood off. Y'all pretty much know every bolt, nut on these things by now?
Yeah, muscle memory.
All right, guys, it's like literally been 45 minutes, almost an hour, and this cab is coming off. It didn't even take you an hour. That is insane. Look at busting the transmission bell housing. So they got to change the bell housing and pulling the engine out of it. And then they're going to change these front frame horns. That is amazing. The automatic. They'll have this motor out in probably 30 more minutes. I can tell you, most people wouldn't even attempt to do something like this. Zalta.
Add salt. We just opened a new can, so I'm letting it mix a little bit before we use it.
And that's the sealer?
It's a sealer, yeah. So there's all kinds of different kinds of sealer. This is one that we use on the semis. This is a urethane primer, but we reduce it down to a sealer. It mixes 4 to 1 to 1. So 4 parts primer, 4 parts activator, and 4 parts primer, 1 part activator, and then 1 part reducer. It's a good sealer. We love it here. Have no problems with it.
No, it seems to do pretty good.
Good stuff, man. I've used this product my entire life. Not Imron, but Exalta on cars. I started in '98, and I've used DuPont, which is now Exalta,
Right.
the entire time, with the exception of a short run of PPG. But this stuff right here, man, it's never done me wrong. Never done me wrong.
I'm definitely a big fan of Imron now.
Oh yeah.
Big fan.
If you've got trucks and you want to take care of your fleet, you want to take care of your semis, this is what you want.
Yeah.
Period. It's not super easy to spray. It's kind of aggravating. It's thick. It don't lay down like a nice pretty Corvette, but it's very durable. And if you know what you're doing and get accustomed to it, you can make it look good.
Yeah. So that going something that's gonna hold up. I like.
It's gonna hold up. That's right. So we don't have a lot in there. Just some little small parts. We don't need a lot. Of course, your activators, so a lot of people, especially rookies, go in there and just start throwing concoctions together. But man, it's really important to use what you're supposed to use. Use what the product calls for. You've got different temperature activators. There's different temperature activators for a reason. If it's hot weather, you want to use a hot weather activator. You don't want to use a cold weather activator in hot weather because it's going to dry like that. You're going to have a lot of peel. You're going to have a lot of problems. So you want to make sure that you're using the right product. And if you're not sure, you need to talk to somebody that knows and ask them before you get into doing this. So many people get discouraged when they're first learning to paint because they think they suck or this or that. People's always saying this and that about them. In reality, it's just a lack of knowledge of the product. Why products work or how they work and why they work that way. How to adjust. If you're having a problem with runs, maybe your activator that you're using in your clear coat is for warm weather, and you're using, and it's 60 degrees, and you're using an activator that's for 90 degrees. What's that mean? It's going to leave it open longer, and it's going to run. So there's a lot of science behind it.
So the activator comes in and like when it lays down and it hits the air, that's what starts working and seals it off, right?
The activator is what chemical makes it bond and harden. The activator is what makes the product hard. So if you just spray clear without activator, you could also call activator hardener.
Right.
It activates the product and makes it get hard. So if you spray clear with no activator, it's never going to dry.
You get a mess.
So this is accelerator. What this will do, you just use a small amount of accelerator, and that will accelerate the speed of the dry time.
So it like boosts the activator like a turbo or something.
Yeah, it's some people call it jet fuel. Now, anything you do in the auto body world, and this is coming from me, and I can back it up, that you speed up, you also have to give something up. If you speed up clear coat, you have maybe a little bit of dieback. In other words, your clear coat may not be as shiny if you speed it up as if you let it drop slow. You're gaining production, but you're losing some. We've got a mess here. We've got a lot of trucks out there, a lot of trucks coming in, a lot of people coming in and out, so we've got a lot of cleaning up to do and rearranging to do, but we'll get there.
Well, I've learned over the years. I mean, like I've been pushing my guys to really keep the shop clean and all that. It's hard to do that when you're really, if you're working, it's hard to.
If you've got the work, it's hard to do. It's one thing to have a messy shop and you don't have anything in it, but if you got a messy shop and you're making money, it doesn't bother you quite as bad.
Right.
We usually, here at FCR, we really take a lot of pride in that, and we keep our shop clean, and we take a lot of pride in that.
No, it's definitely an amazing place. I mean, without a doubt. You guys keep this place awesome. And the kind of work y'all are doing, how fast and all that.
Yeah, like I said, once again, you have to give something up when it's the speed. And sometimes it's this.
Yep.
Sometimes it's cleanliness. Everybody has their own setup that they like to use. I like wide open. I like my fan wide open. I like my volume wide open. Some people will adjust their volume in a little bit that's coming out. Some people will adjust their fan. But I like my fan wide open. So everybody's different. Obviously, if you bring your fan in, you're going to be kind of heavier. You're going to run. Your skin color is going to be darker. But we're going to go wide open. We'll just come in here and dust some sealer on. It's hard to mess that up, so we'll dust some sealer on everything. This Imron is a wet on wet, so in other words, if you go from your base to your clear, you technically don't have to let it flash. I like to let mine flash a little bit. I clean my gun, take some water, come back in and clear everything. So this step we're going to do is a sealer, and we're going to just dust a good coat of sealer on, and then go from there. So I'm going to do So we got the sealer done. We'll give that about 10 or 15 minute flash, and then we'll go back in there and we'll let them smurf it up and paint it blue.
Nervous.
Don't be nervous.
Did all that.
No, don't be nervous.
I'm getting a little bit more comfortable with the gun now.
You will. The more you do it, the better you get at it.
Dude, that's awesome.
It looks fun.
You know how much I've been wanting to paint like this. Like,
Oh yeah, long time.
Do you have a gun cleaner? You have a machine that cleans your? No, those are awesome too.
I'm
So
the
if you do a lot of painting, man, the paint gun machine cleaners are awesome.
how do they work? Like,
Well, it's air and lacquer or gun.
you just put it in there and it cleans it.
Air, it leaves the gun wide open. It takes the head of everything off and just pushes air and lacquer through the gun. Just gives it a nice.
Well, you know what I like about this whole deal? We're doing all this painting right now and the gun is clean right now. Like,
I keep my gun
it's
clean.
so hard to keep a gun clean.
It's important to keep your gun clean because let me tell you how many times I've been in a hurry and I've half wadded cleaning my gun. And I came in the next day and I started to spray clear and boy, this thing's laying down beautiful and all of a sudden chunks come out and ruin your paint job. So it's very important to clean your paint guns. So we'll go over here. I'll show every evening. And about every 3 or 4 days, we break everything down and hand clean everything. You still want to hand clean everything, but you know you can do. We'll usually go a work week without breaking them completely down. It's your seal. That just plugs that off so no thinner gets in there. Down, put your valve on, and then push them through there. Pressure, yeah. Yep.
That's nice.
That's handy.
Gotta get you one of those if you're doing this every day, that's for sure. It'll save you.
That is so awesome.
Sample, this is one of our Techno Pro lights. This bad boy's been around. We've probably had this gun since 2018. It's still going strong. Super good guns, especially for the money. I think they They may not make the Pro light anymore. If they do, it's a little bit different model. If you're in the market for a good gun and a good gun that you can use every day and you don't want to break the bank, the Velvis Techno Pro light is the way to go. So anyway, we will now mix some paint. We'll mix some blue paint. This is a 3-to-1. This is base. This will be base clear. We've already got some mix here. So 3-to-1 will probably. You waste a lot of paint when you're painting parts because, you know, a lot of you've got to think there's just a little part hanging there. So you're having to cover everything. So there's a lot of paint that gets blown, you know, overspray that gets blown. So. Now we're going to activate it. And we are wanting. We're in a hurry because we're trying to make a truck show. So what we're going to do is we're going to accelerate this base coat, especially on these small parts. We're going to accelerate it and it's going to kick faster. We can get clear on it and it will be baked and out of the booth in no time compared to not accelerating. So we're going to put some rocket fuel in here. Of reducer, we're going to get it just a little thinner.
So pretty.
I try to go by the book as much as possible. The Techno Pro light, which is what I sprayed the sealer with, to develop. This is also the Velvis. This is a step up from that, in my opinion. The Velvis rep will probably back me up on that, but This is the base coat, DV1, the Velvets. These are awesome. Once again, that is your regulator.
Oh my God,
say,
really?
Yeah, that's a built-in regulator. You know, like the other one, I had it down here. Well, this is built in here. It's going to tell us. What our air pressure is right there. So, you know, your best way to, and you might know this, but I'm going to go ahead and show you since we're here. Your best way to adjust your fluid is you can pull the trigger, and you hold that trigger right there. Well, as you loosen this up, you can feel that trigger move in, right? See it?
Yeah.
So I like mine wide open. That's what we're talking about. I'm a wide open person. Some people that are afraid of a run is not wide open. I think that's the best way to do it. Now, everybody's different. So now my brother, who used this gun last, you could tell his was not wide open. That's how he prefers to spray. There's nothing wrong with it. As long as the job turns out good, like it's supposed to, who cares where you set your gun up? So anyway,
I'd like to learn wide open.
wide was the way I was taught with Exalta when I've went to a lot of different classes and have been trained through Exalta, PPG, Sherwin-Williams. Any of those paint companies that I've used in the past have sent me to Atlanta and Charlotte, North Carolina, and you know, we've done all the classes and learned how to spray new products. And lots of the guys that I've learned from over the years were wide open with their guns. But once again, just because I am doesn't mean you have to be. I've got Sada Jets, I've got Iwatas, we've got all the guns made. This is just one right now that I prefer. So we'll go in here. So what we're after on this in here, this is a 2-coat. Imron, everything that I have sprayed with Imron covers in 2 coats. So what we're going to do on our first coat, so that the whole point of the sealer is to get everything uniform. It's going to help coverage. What you're going to do in here, I'm going to do the first one for you. We're going to get a nice medium wet coat on. You're going to go through and do every single thing, medium wet, and then we're going to come back and put the second coat on. So you won't have any problems. It's going to look good. Let's get her done.
I like the enthusiasm, baby. Love the enthusiasm.
We're going to pull up the PSI. We're going to spray this one about 24. We adjust at the wall. There we go, 24. That's what we're going to spray it. Notice on stuff like this, I'm having to feather it. I'm just kind of having to feather it in there, and that's really what you have to do to get in those crevices.
Some Amber Alert.
Amber Alert. I told him it wasn't him. He looks too much like you. We know he's not been abducted. All right, so here we go. Last step, and the most nerve-wracking step is the clear coat. So this is another 3-to-1 mix. Now, this is Imron 8890S. This clear is awesome. It's very durable, but it is not friendly if you want to buff. This is not a buffing friendly clear.
Not friendly.
Not something you want. If you're looking for a clear coat that you're wanting to cut and buff and it be puff like butter, this is not it. This is designed to get really hard. It's very durable, chip resistant, scratch resistant. But here, we buff it. And we just have to put a lot of work into it to get it to where it needs to be. We are going to accelerate it a little bit. Just a little.
Pink.
He said he wanted my favorite thing.
Pink Panther.
I put a splash of acetone in this clear. I don't always, but it gives it sprays a little bit slicker. Definitely don't want to go too much because we'll have some dieback.
You got me wanting to paint everything. Dang it.
I remember those days.
Dude, I don't know what it is. I just have so much passion for painting, and it's just, I got pretty down on the last,
Man, you can't do that.
But I mean, I don't know.
Takes a lot of time, man, to master something. And still, if you
I just put so much work into it, and if I'd have just stepped back, if I'd had somebody like you when I did that, it would have, the whole job would have been half the process.
Yeah, but the thing is, nobody has that. When we start out, very few people are fortunate enough to have somebody standing over their shoulder. And even if they do, you know, it's, you feel like a baby deer, man. You're nervous. I mean, it's just, that's the way it is.
I do like, so I noticed in there you backed off of it when you seen I wasn't just going to screw up.
Yeah, because nobody likes for you to stand there and be over their back. You know, I know how that is.
My nerves kind of went away after that.
Even me, as long as I've been doing this, if I've got, it's like, if some of the Exalta guys come in and they're hanging out with me and I'm even me, I'm sitting in there a little bit nervous, but shouldn't be. You know, it doesn't matter. If you mess up, guess what? We'll just sand it down and do it again. It's not like you're gonna lose a limb. So anyway, we're gonna pour clear. Exalta makes great products, man. I can't brag on them enough. They've been around a long time. Exalta is DuPont. DuPont was bought out by Exalta. So when someone says Exalta, they're talking about DuPont. So we're going to use a new gun. We're going to use a clear gun this time. It's still a DeValbus. It's a DV1, but it's their clear gun. So if you'll follow me, I'll show you. Check it out. First of all, if you've been in the paint world, you know that 99% of your businesses require painters to buy their own guns. I've had guns my whole life. Well, Robert here at FCR, man, he's freaking awesome, and he buys us whatever we want, whatever we need. He's got it. We've got the best of the best, so that's a rarity. But this is the DV1 clear gun. Same setup as the base. It's just designed for clear coat. Awesome guns. I think my brother told me that they actually have a newer one of these. This one's just like 2 years old, but I haven't shot it yet, but I'm sure it's awesome.
Oh, I'm telling them other two guns shot so amazing.
Oh man, these are the Techno Pro lights I was telling you about earlier. Man, these have been around for a long time. We got this one in 2019, and it's been through it. So we've painted hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of trucks with them. They're awesome guns. Best bang for the buck, in my opinion. This is the Sada. I love the Sada too, but these are high dollar guns and they're expensive to work on. All right, let me get masked up. You want to put your suit on?
I ain't ever taken this suit off.
I'm used to seeing white. You have the gray on. Don't be nervous. Just want to zip your seat over you. Don't be nervous. Roll with it. Just don't hang out in the same area. Okay? Even if it's a little dry, we'll come back to the second pump and fix it. Roll with it. Understand how that clear is going to lay, and when you're going to have to run some stuff to understand where your limit is. It's okay, man. If you run something, who cares? You just learn where that limit is. All clears are different. So once you do run something, you just remember about how you were spraying it, where you hanging out there a long time. And the more you do, it's kind of hard to see on cars, but you'll learn that on trucks, on panels. You're doing great. Just kind of watch that clear, notice what it's looking like, maybe you can put a little more on there. You just pay attention. That's the main thing. Pay attention to what you see. So notice here, there's a run upside down. So this was ran in the primer when this product was, whoever sprayed it, when they built this thing, you can see the run. And it's, so they sprayed it when it was flipped over, so you can see the bead of that run. So unless you can run something upside down, you didn't do that. You can see it. You can see where the bead of that run is. It's up there, so it was done in the primer. Woo. Yeah, you didn't do that.
couple of things done. Oh, and then I'm going to go mix some more clear and let you go.
Hard to do this on parts, but you know, when you're clearing, you're typically a little slower than when you're basing. And you'll see when you go over here and do this, you do it on the top, that way it ain't gonna run. It just kind of goes slow. Don't hammer it slow, but just a little slower. And I want you to watch and see how that clear is gonna lay down. You don't have to sit there and hammer it to do it. Just blast, son. That's beautiful. You did a really good job.
Dude, this is like Christmas for me.
I think one of the best ways for a rookie painter to get used to painting and using the gun and understanding the flow is by painting parts. That's the best way, in my opinion, to get used to the way a gun works, the way everything, the product is going to lay. It's really good for somebody to do this. And it's a small fix. If you mess something up, it's not a big deal. It's a great way.
It actually does look pretty good.
Looks really good. Looks really good. So, I've learned that you want to learn how to do this, and I think that's awesome.
No, I love it.
Anybody that would beat somebody up for wanting to learn how to do something is pretty sorry, if you ask me.
Yeah, I agree 100%. And somebody like you willing to teach me is like, I'm telling you, this is like a dream come true for me.
Someone had to teach me. This is what's made me a living. You know, some days I hate it, some days I don't, but the bottom line is it pays my bills. And if someone hadn't taught me, I wouldn't be able to do it.
It ain't like going to work though, is it? I mean,
No. It's this is an awesome place, and I super thankful for everything that I get to do here and getting to meet you guys, make new friends, and learn new things and teach new things is pretty cool. So
I think this is just the beginning of something amazing, though. Let's hope. So, guys, this is a super awesome big thing for me, and I'm so glad and thankful for the opportunity. And it couldn't have happened without Brandon. It couldn't have happened without FCR. And, you know, you guys can check them out on YouTube. There's going to be some awesome videos like this on there. And, oh, my goodness, I didn't even show you guys. So we started out over here today with these Western Express truck that come in here. And let me go ahead. I didn't think they were going to get this far apart. I didn't think I was going to get to put it in this video. But before we sign off, let me show you how far these guys have made it. And this has been in like the last hour and a half, 2 hours. All right, cab's completely off. You guys seen that? But look, this motor is ready to set out of here. Literally. Like, this thing won't be in here much longer at all. That is insane. This place is crazy. That is just amazing. So hopefully we're here. I'm sure we could run over. I'm sure we'll be back and forth here. So maybe next week you guys can see that thing finished. Today is Tuesday. I'm sure by next Tuesday that thing will be driving out of here. You guys, check out FCR, Fitzgerald Collision Repair, on YouTube. All right, guys, so that's going to finish off today's video. Just wanted to kind of share what we got going on here at FCR and the amazing opportunity that we got going on over here and getting to work with some awesome guys. And Brandon for being willing to teach us, and Robert for opening up his castle and letting us come in here and just do our thing. He literally handed us the keys to the castle and said, guys, let's go in here, let's make something amazing and have fun. So Robert's awesome, Brandon's awesome, all the guys here, Billy, like there's so many you guys get to meet. But anyways, guys, that's going to finish off today's video. I love y'all, and we'll see you on the next one.